Hey plant friends, and welcome back for another episode of Planta by Gia, the Nutrition Kitchen. I am Gia and I am a plant-based nutritionist. I'm also a plant-based chef and a certified personal trainer. I lost almost 50 pounds, cleared my skin from acne, healed my digestive issues like IBS, and stopped medicating for anxiety all in less than a year by switching to a plant-based diet. So today I am here to show you one of my favorite fall recipes that's gonna help you feel full and satisfied, help you to lose weight and enjoy this fall weather. So this recipe is a super simple dish, and it's a great way to get in loads of vegetables so that you can get in all your vitamins and minerals. And if you have children, this is also a great way to sneak in some veggies if they are picky eaters. Again, this is a great recipe for fall. We're gonna be using butternut squash as our star. And this recipe today is a butternut squash pasta with roasted maple balsamic Brussels sprouts and cranberries on top. Mwah! This recipe is so good. I am so in love with fall, but mostly because of the food. So let's get right into it actually. So for this recipe, we're gonna be needing some butternut squash. Butternut squash is very high in vitamin A, which supports our eye health. It is also great because it's filled with potassium and vitamin C to keep our immune system strong. And it also has a lot of fiber to keep us full and to help us to be able to lose weight as well as keep it off. So our main star is this beautiful organic butternut squash. What we also need are some organic Brussels sprouts. So I always talk about this, but if you are able to, I highly recommend to buy organic as much as possible. Non-organic fruits and vegetables and food in general are sprayed with tons of pesticides and chemicals that really create inflammation in our gut, which leads to many different diseases. So eating as organic as possible is preferred. So I have some organic Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are cruciferous vegetables which help to prevent heart disease, cancer, and so many lifestyle diseases. So we're gonna be adding these. We're gonna roast these in the oven. We're also gonna be needing some red pepper. We're gonna be adding this into the butternut squash sauce. Red pepper is extremely high in vitamin C, so it's a great addition to help us boost up our immune system, especially as it's getting a little cold during these times. We're gonna be needing some fresh garlic. We're gonna be roasting this with the butternut squash and the red pepper. A shallot. I use a shallot for this recipe because it's a little bit sweeter. Before I've used onion and it gave it too much of an onion taste, so we're gonna be using shallot. But if you have onion, you can totally just use onion. We're gonna be needing some fresh thyme. Thyme is an incredible herb. It's almost like a superfood. It's very high in vitamin C as well. So with this recipe, we're gonna get in fiber, we're gonna get in protein, we're gonna get in healthy carbs and fats, and we're also gonna be getting our vitamins and minerals. So we're gonna be adding some fresh thyme. We're also gonna need a little bit of olive oil. I like to use the olive oil spray because oils are very high in calories. So using a spray helps to really decrease the amount that you're using. So I'm using some organic olive oil. We're gonna be topping the dish with some amazing dried cranberries. These are my absolute favorite. I'm not sure if everybody likes cranberries as much as me, but I love cranberries. Like for Thanksgiving, I could just eat a big bowl of cranberry sauce. Then we're gonna need some organic balsamic vinegar. We're gonna be tossing this in the Brussels sprouts. And we're also gonna be needing some organic maple syrup. This is gonna give it that sweetness to the Brussels sprouts. And last but not least, we're gonna be needing some organic chickpea pasta. So whenever you're cooking pasta, I recommend using a legume pasta like chickpea or edamame or bean. My favorite is the chickpea because it tastes just like regular pasta. But using a chickpea pasta helps you to get that protein because chickpeas have protein. It's also a great source of a natural whole food carbohydrate, and it has tons of fiber. So it's not gonna be spiking your blood sugar levels. It's gonna keep our hormones balanced. Using a legume pasta is much better than using a processed white pasta because it still has nutrients and it's great for your body. So really, these are just the ingredients that we need, plus a few spices like salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of garlic powder. But other than that, that is it. It's a very easy recipe to throw together. First, we're gonna cut up this butternut squash turn on the oven and get that roasting, because this is gonna take about 40 minutes to roast. And about 25 minutes in, then we're gonna be adding the Brussels sprouts, because the Brussels sprouts take about 20 to 25 minutes. And that's it. Once that's in the oven, we're gonna pop the pasta on the stove, cook it, and let's get into it. Okay, so now while the butternut squash is roasting, we're going to chop up our Brussels sprouts and toss them in the beautiful maple balsamic dressing. That's gonna give them a nice sweetness and tang. So let's chop these babies up. First, I like to cut off the ends, and then I chop them right in the middle and throw them in the bowl. Super easy. Okay, now that they're all chopped, we're gonna add in the dressings. So first, a little bit of balsamic. I personally just put about 1 to 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna drizzle it right on top, and you can measure if you want. I kind of go by eye. And then we're gonna add some maple syrup. I love maple syrup, especially on Brussels sprouts. It makes them nice and sweet. I'm gonna do about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Again, whatever you like, play around with it, see what you like. And then I'm just going to be adding some garlic powder. This thing is super convenient, right? Gonna sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder on top, some Himalayan salt, and a little bit of black pepper to taste. And then we're just gonna mix it up, coat it evenly, and then pop that in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And this is what we're going to be topping the pasta with. So good, it gives it that crunch and just another component to the dish. Now we have the veggies roasting in the oven, and we have the water on the stove boiling for the pasta. The next step, we're gonna be chopping up our shallot and our garlic. I use about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic and about a half of a shallot. And we're gonna be sauteing that in a little bit of olive oil, getting it nice and soft. And then when that's finished, we're gonna be adding that to a blender along with the roasted butternut squash, the roasted pepper, and we're going to add a little bit of the water from the pasta into the blender. Blend that up, and that's going to be our beautiful creamy butternut squash sauce for our pasta. So let's chop these up and get these on the stove. Okay, so now all the veggies are roasted, the pasta's cooked. Now we're down to the last steps, and what we need to do is add our roasted butternut squash, pepper, our sauteed shallots and garlic into the blender, and we're gonna add some saved pasta water in there. If you forget to save the pasta water, because sometimes I do, you can just use vegetable broth or regular water is totally fine. Okay, so of course I have to do the final taste test. The texture of it looks incredible. The Brussels sprouts came out so crispy and they're sweet with also a tang. I honestly surprise myself every single time. This is so good. This dish is literally perfect for the fall. You could serve it as an appetizer for Thanksgiving or a get-together with friends. This is a whole food, plant-based dinner or lunch full of fiber and nutrients, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals to keep you healthy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and comment down below if you enjoyed this recipe. I love you guys so much. I do offer plant-based nutrition and fitness coaching, so if you are looking to improve your life by adding more plant-based foods into your diet, I will leave all my links and descriptions down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you for the next recipe.